What's going on, everybody? Gundam Flexing here, and today I'm going to be unboxing the Master Grade RB-79K Ball from the 08 MS team. Now this kit is fairly old, roughly 13 years old. It did come out in 2005. And it's also important to note there's also a Master Grade RB-79. However, there are three big differences between this one and just the RB-79. And one of them being that this one is predominantly orange versus the original, which is predominantly light gray. 2, the claw systems on this specific model is much bigger. And 3, the weapon system mounted on the 79K is a dual artillery system or dual cannons versus the original, which only has a single cannon on its top. Now, if you watched the show, you would know that it takes big balls to pilot these balls. With the exception of MS Igloo, which did very well against Zaku's floating in space, these things were pretty much treated like cannon fodder during the 1 Year War. But looking at the side of the box, this is what we have. So again, the weapon systems, we see that it does the dual cannons. It's pretty cool. It has some sort of roping system just like a Jeep. And it could also extend, it seems like. Here we see the arm unit. And if you just look at over here, when I meant the claw, I meant pretty much the entire arm unit. This is what I consider the claw. You have the rest of the front view and the rest of the rear view. Here we have the frame, and I think this is pretty cool about the frame. So essentially, Bandai could have gotten pretty lazy with this and just gave you the orange skeletal system or just the outside frame and just call it a day. But if you were, depending on how you would like to pose this, you'd be able to frame some of the insides and then some of the outsides too, like the outer shell. So I think this is a really cool feature that they really pay attention to the articulation and of the detail of the inner frame of the ball. Here we have the thruster system, and of course we have the shell, which is predominantly orange. And here you have the crew, which I'm very certain you do have to paint these. Looking at the other side of the box, again we have the inner frame pieces, we have the shells. And I just think that it's a really cool feature to have right there. So that way you could always make some sort of diorama, like if you were in an engineering bay or something and it's being taken apart. Here's just a small, pretty cool detail. So here it looks like it does come with like some sort of metal hydraulic system, some sort of inner piping systems too, or cables. Right there. And here is the 180mm cannon. And here we gotta see the decals, which is pretty sweet. Here is the finished product with the two pilots. And just while watching this one right here, you can tell that it does come with decals. So let's open this box to see what we have. Yeah, there we go. So this is the first bag. You have the G runner, and that's where it comes with the cannon system. So obviously we know that these two go in a pair. So the cannon system doesn't look too intricate, like it doesn't have you taking apart the barrel, matching it with like whatever system, internal system that allows the cannon to fire. Here we also have the decals, which is pretty cool. It sort of reminds me of the real grade decals. Right there. Oh, this is pretty cool. The second bag, and here are the metal hydraulic systems that we saw on the side of the box. I think that's pretty sweet. We can see that the front of the ball, right here where the cockpit is, the shield, or the windshield I guess is what you call it, is light green transparent. And then of course the shell of the ball is orange as such. Right here, this is the red piece that goes in front of the eye. So this is pretty sweet. So you do have some sort of piping system right here, and you do have little metal pieces. These definitely feel metal to me. Here is the third bag, and it's predominantly filled. Oh wow, this runner right here is a little bit Oh wow, that's like rubber. So this runner is rubber. What runner is this? It's the F1 runner. F1 runner, and it's actual rubber runner. That's pretty cool. And behind the rubber runner is the inner part of the shell. Just want you to see, look how detailed that is. So if you wanted to just pose the ball without the shell and just show its internal organs, that'd be very, very cool. It's very detailed. Here's like the inner frame, and they are circular. Here are the rest of the gray pieces, which I would assume is part of the arms and or the two thruster systems on its back. And here is the last bag. The gray runner predominantly looks like it is for the weapon system. It looks like it has like one cannon here. And it looks like it comes with a stand, which is pretty cool. Anyway, we'll find out more about the stand when we look at the pamphlet. Trying to make room here. This is the front of the pamphlet. This is where all the... I'm not really sure what this portion is. If you know what it is, let me know in the comment section below. These are all the runners. So you have A, B, C, D. E is definitely for the stand. F and G. And keep in mind that the F runner is a rubber runner. And of course you have all the fixtures. It does look like you're able to switch the double cannons for a single 180mm cannon. So these smaller cannons, I don't know, are probably like, shoot, maybe like 90 or something. I don't know, I was just a random number. I was just speaking out my ass. And this is the body unit, which includes most of the runners. Continue with the body unit. Continue with the body unit. So obviously you start from the inside out. Now here is some documentary photographs. So here is the RB in a bay, exploring in space, getting into fights. Here is the painting scheme, the rear view, along with again what we saw on the side of the box, all the little intricate details. As such. And then we continue on with the weapons. Right here. Doesn't look like it's a very intricate system. I mean, the main weapon systems is just two pieces slapped together. And a couple more pieces to go on top. And of course you make the arm unit. Arm unit, arm unit, arm unit. And at the end you do build a display stand. And once you build pretty much all the weapon systems in the arm unit, you just attach everything very easily. But this display stand is pretty cool. Right here, it's very simple. It's pretty much 4 pieces slapped on the base. Stop at the base. And at the end, we have the decal markings where they all belong. Here. And there's not that much, to be honest with you. So I mean, it's not like 100% obligation to apply 100% of these things. And that is it for the unboxing. This is it for the pamphlet too. Alright guys, I've had this kit sitting with me, oh shoot, in my backlog for, goodness gracious, I'd say for about a year. And I finally decided I should build a master grade out of all the high grades, out of all the little ships from Star Blazers 2202. So I'm going to start working on this as soon as possible. Anyway guys, if you have any questions or comments, please post them down in the section below. As always, again, I always appreciate you all for watching, and then I will see you guys next time. Peace out.